Well, hello everyone, dear viewers of this channel. And to start off, I'd probably like to get to know you a little. My name is Stars Bass, and you might know me from my namesake channel, Stars Bass. Now, I'll be doing reviews of ACV products here on this channel. And first of all, I wanted to introduce you to the top of the line head unit from ACV and do a review of it. All right, let's get started. This is the flagship product among the entire lineup presented by ACV in the 9-inch head unit category. It comes with 4 GB of RAM and an 8-core processor, which allows you to use this device as efficiently as possible, eliminating any lagging issues. Well, you know how it is with those no-name head units. You never really know what's inside them. But ACV handles all tasks without the slightest lag. This head unit is also perfect for experienced car audio enthusiasts whose setups include tweeters, mid-range speakers, and subwoofers. And all of that needs to be managed somehow, and you want to move away from those basic single DIN head units with knobs and treat yourself to something really cool, something that has a screen on board where you can watch content or entertain yourself. Overall, I think that soon, by summer, those single DIN head units with tiny digital displays that show the bare minimum of information will become a thing of the past. The AD-9005 features one of the top premium digital amplifiers from Asahi Kasei. What will you notice right away when you connect your audio system, the one you already have installed, to this head unit? Both in terms of sound quality and settings, and there are a huge number of them, which you'll see later in this review. Naturally, this head unit easily supports all resource-intensive audio and video codecs. Of course, this head unit also comes with 5 GHz Wi-Fi, and it has a GSM module as well, so you can insert your SIM card and use mobile internet even without Wi-Fi. This device has 64 GB of internal memory, which basically allows you to load content onto it, such as various video clips, maybe even movies, and watch them while traveling across the country. Or, for example, if you leave your kids in the car, they'll always have something to do in your vehicle while waiting for you to come back from the store or somewhere else. Let's take a much closer look at the actual head unit itself and carefully see what exactly comes included with it, aside from the standard warranty booklets and comprehensive manuals, and so on. This is how the head unit is packaged in this cool and, in my opinion, premium looking case. From its appearance, we can immediately tell that this is a typical 9-inch head unit form factor, which can easily be installed in any car using an adapter frame. Additionally, you can connect it via the CAN bus and, for example, control the head unit's functions from the steering wheel, such as adjusting the volume or switching tracks. You can also display all the vehicle information via the CAN bus on the screen, for example, see which door is open or what speed you are currently driving at. And in general, a lot of other useful information transmitted through the CAN bus can be viewed on this digital device. All the connectors are arranged ergonomically, which greatly simplifies the connection and installation of this head unit. Let's dig deeper and see what comes in the package. Along with this head unit, we get everything needed to easily connect it to the car. I'd like to point out, even the box is black, glossy black. Everything matches the style just as it should from ACV company. And right away we're greeted by that very antenna, the one that receives mobile internet and all that. This is what it looks like. It comes with double-sided tape, so you can hide it somewhere in the dashboard or under the panel, and it will pick up the signal from any cell tower quite well. This is a GPS antenna, also with double-sided tape for secure attachment. You can also hide it. There's no need to place it in a visible spot. The signal will reach it, it will catch any tower, and it will perform well. Here's a USB connector, basically an extension cable. I think it's clear what it's for. You plug in your flash drive, watch videos, listen to audio content on it, and enjoy it as well. The main power connector. Nothing new here either. Here we have a Euro connector to make connecting the head unit easier. And now we move on to a more interesting adapter, where you can see a slot specifically for your SIM card. On the other side of this adapter, we see these RCA connectors for hooking up your amplifiers. Especially if you have a lot of them, you don't need to worry. There's something to connect to. You can connect an amplifier for, say, the horns, a second amplifier for the mid-range speakers, and accordingly for the subwoofer channel, meaning there are 3 pairs, and there's also a 4th pair here that's used as an AUX input. So you can connect via RCA cables here, And on the other side, you'll have a 3.5mm AUX jack, which you can plug into your phone or another device that will serve as your audio source. There's also a connector for a rear view camera, as well as a connector with video inputs and a camera that you can install at the front of the car. And finally, there's a single connector left, which you can use to connect a microphone. This is quite a rich package. Just look at how many connectors are included. You don't have to worry about anything or buy extra parts, just take it and plug it in. But the only thing is, if you want a bunch of cool features, for example, that I mentioned earlier, you'll need to buy a CAN adapter, which is sold separately for each specific car model. Find out which CAN adapter fits your car's make and model and buy it, and then you can make full use of all the features. This is a digital media receiver. Look, they even included screws for installing the head unit, so you can easily attach it to the mounting frame for a 9-inch head unit. So in general, I've told you about the package contents and the main technical specifications. Now I think it's time to see how it actually works and looks in action. I'll let you in on a little secret. I've already installed it in my car and had a chance to test it out, and it's an absolutely awesome device. Let's not waste any more precious time. Let's take a much closer look at it in my car. And this is how the head unit looks in my car. In this case, it's a Volkswagen Tiguan. It fits into the interior really cool and stylishly. It really modernized the cabin. And I want to point out right away, these side touch buttons you see can be customized for absolutely any car. I mean, in terms of color. In my case, all the buttons are backlit in red. And here I set it to red. Right now you can see the screen just like this, as you can see. The resolution is absolutely great. You can't see any graininess or pixelation on this screen. Everything is actually displayed very clearly. Any image looks vibrant and powerful. And by the way, speaking of connecting via the scan line, everything is already connected through an adapter. As you can see, you can lower the volume with the buttons, switch tracks, and you can also mute the sound completely. Also, when you open the doors, you can see a duplicate image like this on the screen. It lets us know if any of the doors are open, and it also displays information from the climate control system. We can see what temperature we've set, how many heater levels are currently active, and even the seat heating and its intensity are shown on the screen. Even the standard parking sensors are displayed. When you shift into reverse, you can see the distance from the rear bumper to any obstacle in this dynamic field. The farther you move away from the rear barrier, the more of these bars appear on the screen, so to speak, and the closer you get to an object, the fewer there are. And as for the responsiveness of this very screen, I'd like to add right away that you can see everything switches clearly. There's no lag in the sensor, the images, or anything else. Everything opens instantly on this head unit. Then now let's move on to the settings for audiophiles, for professionals, and for those who aren't. Right away you can see how many bands the equalizer has. There's that very crossover which lets you manage a three-way setup. You can see the first channel, the second channel, and the third channel, and accordingly you can adjust each of them. And here you can set the frequency range from how many hertz to how many these speakers will play. You can also see there's a filter. Right now it's set to 4th order, and you can set it up to 6th. Now let's move on to the phone, the internet, and see how content loads. Let's go to YouTube and check how the image is transmitted, how fast it loads, and so on. Let's see how quickly content loads. As you can see, everything is lightning fast, absolutely. We open any video, and with a snap of the fingers, everything opens without any lag. Let's choose the quality. Let's pick a higher one, since I see it's currently at 480. And look, it allows you to select up to 2K resolution. I think it'll easily open 1080. And yes, as you can see, the picture changes with a good bit rate, no lag. Everything opens smoothly, so you really don't need to worry about picture quality or responsiveness. It's very cool, convenient to use, and most importantly, it's a pleasure to work with this head unit. Also, let's check how the navigator works. In this case, Yandex is installed and everything opens at this kind of speed. Satellites are found just as quickly. Enter any address, go from point A to point B without any lag. Also, look how smoothly everything opens, zooms in and out. Overall, it's just great. I'd also like to show the connection via Carplay. This is the feature that helps connect your phone to your head unit and display all the information from your phone on your head unit. Here it's done through the Z-Link app, and you can see this kind of information on your screen. For example, it shows which song was last played on your phone. You can see the navigation app. You can see how much battery your phone has at the moment, even how many bars your cellular signal has. You can make calls from this app, see your recent calls, and here's the main navigation menu you'll see when you connect your iPhone. All these basic features from your phone can be displayed here and used easily. In summary, I'd like to say that this is really a cool device with a great screen and awesome hardware, so follow the link in the description or order from your local dealers in your city the AD-9005 head unit. Enjoy it, as they say, to your heart's content, and enjoy all the above mentioned positive qualities of this head unit. Wishing everyone great, enjoyable and loud sound.